Hi friends, today I'm going to tell you the retell of Bark George. So it's the starting. George's mom. So this is George's mom. Not really. I just made it for the story. And this is George, but it's actually a boy. I mean girl. So first, George's mom says, "George, bark." Then he said, "Oh no." Then he said, "Meow," because it's actually a cat inside his tummy. But this doesn't really fit in his tummy because it's too big and this is too small. So first let's write cat. It doesn't matter if I do a wrong spelling, but this time I heard carefully and heard very good. So that's why I know the spellings. But if sometimes you don't know it, but I'm going to sound it out. Okay. So, cat. Let's sound it out. K. You think it is a C or a K? Sometimes kids get it. Yeah. So they'll get confused, but it's a C. It's not a K. Sometimes they'll write C and that's the correct answer, but sometimes they'll write, but that's okay. I'm using this tip because there's black here and I don't want to use black. Then it will make the colors bad. Then George's mom said, "Cats say meow. Now you need to, dogs say woof woof. George, now bark you. Now you bark." Then he said, could you guess? Quack! I don't really have a toy duck, but it's a duck. No! These are keep on falling down. Okay, I'll write duck. D-U-C-K. Duck. And then next it's mom's character time. No, George. Duck says quack. Could you? Dogs say woof woof. Now you bark, George. Then he said, can you guess? It's oink oink. So he said oink oink. And you know what's that? It's a pig. So let's sound pink. I think you know what is the spelling of pig. Let's sound it out still. P. P. A. A. I. G. A. G. G. Because you could hear it. Obviously, you could pause the video and then write these ones. And the last part. This is the last part of them talking. Then, yeah. But it's not the end of the story. Then the mommy says, George, no. Dogs, pigs says oink oink. Dog says woof woof. Now could you bark? Then he said moo. Could you guess what is it? It's a cow. Yes, you're correct. So let's pick the green. And then let's write cow. K. Let's sound it out. K. Ah. It's not an A actually. It's a O. W. W. Look. Now it says cow. So if you want, you could play a game after this. Because we're going to write the sounds of these animals after. Yeah. So then the mommy said, let's call the vet. But I found this, and this could be the doctor, but it's actually a person. But this seahorse could be a doctor, a snail, I mean. So I call it snail because I keep on doing this. So first, so he went closer here, and then it doesn't really have a hand. So he opened his mouth and then he put it deep, deep in his mouth. Then he found, before that even happened, they said, "Bark, George," the doctor. Then he said, "Meow," which is a cat. That's okay if I say a wrong answer. So he said, "Meow." So then the doctor, the vet, he said, "Open your mouth," and then he put it deep through in his mouth, and then he pulled out a cat. How funny is it? A cat. Then next, the vet says, "Bark, George." Then he said, "The duck's nice. It is quack, quack." Then this time his mouth was still open after he said the voice. So he went deep in his tummy and then got a duck. How funny is that? So funny. Then the vet says, "Bark, George." Oink, oink. Oh, what is that? A pig. So he put deep in his tummy and then he pulled out a pig. How could a pig fit in his tummy? Small, teeny, tiny tummy. Then he said, "Now it's the cow time." Then he said, "Bark, George," the vet, the last time. Then he said, "Moo." Then he pulled it out of his tummy and then a cow. Cows are bigger than dogs, but how can a cow fit in? So let's play the game after if it finishes. So then the mom of this kissed all of them. The vet, the cat, the duck, the pig, and the cow. Then now we can play the game.